There are a ton of videos on YouTube right now telling you what to choose and which banner, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these people are spenders. Their mindset is completely different. As truly free to play, there's a lot of things to consider, and I'm going to talk about them today. If you like all my videos and content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Like I talk about in every video, resources are limited. Being free to play, truly free to play, is all about patience. Knowing what materials to use on what and when, if it's now or if it's upcoming in the future. When I say truly free to play, I mean $0. If you buy like the season pass and say you're still free to play, absolutely not. You are not free to play. Every battle pass in every game has a huge advantage. Just wanted to clear that up because it explains a lot of my thought process on who to pick for each banner and why. First, as free to play, you have to know what we already have. Now, this highly relies on if you've summoned on the current banners already, because you could have Regulus, Laya, Eternity, Psychube, A Knight, etc. You could have gotten lucky with a different 6-star. I'll explain all that in the banners too of what I would pick, if I was summoning, of course, not this account. But again, let's talk about what we have. We already have Sonetta for free. We have Matilda for free. We have DK for free. We have Apple for free. We have Eagle for free. And I'm not really going to talk about Leilani. There's also a 3-star that's just much better, and I'll talk about that here shortly. Second, let's talk about what we need. Well, for starters, we need 2 teams, especially if you want to go through Limbo. 2 damage dealers, 2 supports, 2 healers. That is the safest route to go. There are other strategies you could do, like the whole solo eternity strat. Without including current banners, you have 1 single target burst damage dealer. You have a semi-lackluster healer in Apple, but he can do the job. You have a really good healer who does good damage as well, single target. We have a mental damage single target, which is, she's decent, but there's way better. Then we have Sonetta, which is by far the best free-to-play 5-star. Now again, like resources are limited, so what you really need, what you really need is 2 plant characters above insight level 1. So one of them could be Eagle. Another one could be a 6-star that you want to get, that's a plant unit. However, there is a 3-star unit that I feel like everyone should invest in because you can do endgame content with her. And you don't have to focus on a 6-star banner for a healer, and this is La Source. I feel like most people should know her by now. She has an AoE heal, and she has a single target ultimate that reduces Moxie. So if the enemy is about to cast their ultimate, you can use this, which cancels their ultimate. She's also plant, so she could be your second free-to-play plant user for the beginning of the tail task. Insight level 1 is not much resources, however, it's still resources. And do I have to say it for the 15th time? No, I don't think so. And then this also leads to the banner questions. Well, we have DK and now you have La Source, that's 2 healers. You don't really need to focus on any other healers. What you really want to focus on for free to play is either a support unit or another burst damage unit. It really depends on what 5-stars you have too. I'll talk about that soon. Third, let's talk about what we could already have. Again, Lila, Eternity, Regulus, you could have Psychube, which I really don't recommend. She's really good later. I'll talk about that soon again. Or you could have A Knight, which is a neutral damage dealing bruiser. Fourth, you also need to know what is coming up in future banners. In update 1.1, we have 2 new 6-star units, Melania, and we also have Pickles, my dog. That is coming up in the next couple days. And then probably 2 weeks after that, we have update 1.2, which is the 2 new 6-star units of Tooth Fairy and Changeling. Update 1.3, 4 to 6 weeks, we have Shaman, and we have the crazy good Black Dwarf. Now fifth, you gotta pick and choose. This is the time, right? Whenever a new banner comes up, or future banners that you know about, as true free-to-play, you need to look at what the 5-stars that come with these 6-star units. Also with the knowledge of knowing what you have and what you need. The next update coming up is the Melania or the Pickles banner. If you are a damage dealer and you have Balloon Party already, you may want to choose this just to get dupes of Balloon Party and to get a damage dealing nuker who steals Moxie and can also repeatedly use her ultimate very quickly. If you don't have Balloon Party, I would not suggest summoning on Melania. Pickles banner. I really love Pickles. What's funny is I had a cat named Pickles and I have 2 dogs now. So I'm an animal lover, okay? But honestly, I would only summon on the Pickles banner if either A, you love dog, or B, you are running a mental damage dealing team. And this is due to Baby Blue. Baby Blue is a 5-star character that comes with the Pickles banner. So you're most likely gonna summon her while summoning for Pickles. But Pickles is amazing. Can dispel, is a buffer with the ultimate, and he can get the ultimate pretty fast while other people are still using skills, because you use Pickles like every other round. Pickles will be good for the second team buffing with the ultimate, since Sonetta can be on the first. Now in 1.2 we have Tooth Fairy, which is a crit buffer and can really boost as a support for your damage dealers. If you run Corn Bloom, then I highly suggest you save for Tooth Fairy. In 1.2, there's going to be a Regulus banner. Do not summon on it. Comes with Regulus and 2 healers, and you don't need those 2 healers. The only reason you need to summon on that Regulus banner is literally if you use all 3 units. Later in 1.2, you get a Changeling banner, which if you have Psychube, then you want to save for Changeling. Psychube and Changeling together is a very huge combo. You also get Necrologist in that banner and Horopedia, which them 2 on the same team is a really good choice as well. There's also going to be an Eternity banner in 1.2. If you're all in on Eternity, then yeah, you could probably save for some dupes for Eternity, but the rest of that banner is meh. In 1.3, you have the Shaman, whatever. He's pretty decent, but the banner is kind of doo-doo. I don't recommend going on this banner. There's also going to be a Centurion banner in 1.3, which if you're using Centurion now, you can wait to that banner and get dupes. Plus, you get DK dupes, which is a bonus. Since if you're using Centurion, you might use DK as well. It's a free healer. In the second phase of 1.3, we have the Black Dwarf banner. Now, she is crazy good. Early game, late game, good. If you're using Balloon Party right now, this early game, I highly suggest you do 2 things. 1, you could save literally everything for Black Dwarf banner. Balloon Party is also in that same banner. Or, the very next banner that's coming up is the Melania banner, which has Balloon Party as well. You could summon on that banner for Melania and Balloon Party, and then start saving for the Black Dwarf banner. But if you're using Balloon Party, I highly suggest saving for Black Dwarf. There's also going to be a Medicine Pocket banner, which is good healer. Only summon on this banner if you're using Corn Bloom again. And lastly, Miss Newbabble. Now she is unique because she's a tank. You don't need her early game. She may become useful in the future. I don't think you necessarily need to summon for her. She can be good, not gonna say she's not. But overall, there's other people that are better. Now lastly, Barcode. If you had a normal count, like a sane, normal person, what would I do personally? I'm going to tell you who I would summon on each banner. Then I'm going to tell you which one I would actually save for. In 1.1 update, I would summon on Melania banner. It's a beast damage dealer, which you really don't have. And you have a chance to get the Balloon Party, which would be a replacement for Apple. I would summon for Changeling if my account had Psychube. I would summon for Tooth Fairy if I had Corn Bloom. If I had Psychube and Corn Bloom, then I would still summon for Changeling. 1.3 update, Black Dwarf, no doubt. You want to know my real choice to pick though out of all of them? If I could choose one to pick out of all the banners coming up, my boy Pickles. You know why? 1, I don't play like the meta. 2, dog. 3, dog. And that's it for today's video. There's no end all be all pick this or you're stupid. There's a lot of things to consider as free to play. If you like this video, sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.